Welcome to the second avalanche safety update from wepowder in collaboration with the Snow Safety Center. It has been snowing heavily in the Alps, so let's see what happens. What will we be doing today? Today we'll have a look at what will be happening this weekend, and it's mainly wind, lots of wind, snow, and it could be some rain lower down on the mountains and in the valleys. There's high avalanche danger in many areas, so we have to be very careful this weekend and the coming days. Avalanche situation in the Alps, we'll have a large overview of the different countries for you. And we'll start off with Switzerland. You see, if we look at all the Alps, we'll see that there's some areas with high avalanche danger, like in Austria and in Switzerland, and the rest of many parts of the Alps have a considerable avalanche danger. Further down south, this is more a relaxed situation with a level 2 moderate or even a low situation. So let's have a look at Switzerland, where we have a big area with a level high danger. I'm not going to explain you that it's very dangerous. The snow conditions are very critical, they state, so it's better to stay on piste, on open pistes, and you can use the ski routes when they're open. But I want to point out especially this area with a considerable rating, which seems to be much lower than the high rating we've seen before. But don't be fooled. This is a 3+ situation, and also here the conditions outside marked and open pistes are critical. So although it says it's a considerable level 3, it's very dangerous. It's better to stay on piste, open pistes, and open ski routes, because you really need a lot of knowledge and experience to be safe in those conditions. It's really very, very dangerous. Other area along the main ridge are a bit more eased down than in the area that we saw before. The main problem are wind slabs, and it still calls for experience and knowledge to assess the wind slab situations. You have to be able to determine where the wind slabs will be, and if you don't know this, please go with a guide. If we go to Austria, we start with the Vorarlberg, where we find big resorts like St. Anton, Lech, Zürs, and so on. Also, a high avalanche danger above tree line. Main problems are fresh snow and wind slabs. This night and maybe tomorrow morning, they are expecting spontaneous avalanches, but situations will improve during Saturday. Over to Tyrol, the neighbors, also quite some areas with a high avalanche danger. And also here the areas with the considerable rating 3, they are unfavorable. Also here we find the critical type of considerable, and it's dangerous situations for the conditions are critical for backcountry touring and off-piste activities. So also here, don't be fooled. It's a considerable rating, but it's still very dangerous. Treat it like it's a level high 4 situation, please. Looking at the Salzburger Land, a bit further to the east, many big ski areas, Zell am See, Kaprun, Bad Gastein, Heiligenblut, St. Johann, Slaapming, you name it. High avalanche danger for wind slabs and also gliding snow problems. And then also on the considerable level further to the north, but still they warn that it's a touchy avalanche situation, and you have to be careful. You shouldn't overdo it. Going south again to the Dolomites in Italy, lots and lots of high avalanche danger here. In the Aosti Valley, which is further to the west, it is on the frontier with France, and also further down south, we see a considerable avalanche danger above tree line. Main problem being wind slabs. Let's see what happens in France itself. This is the northern Alps of France, and you see that many parts have a considerable avalanche rating. And if we look at the Haute-Tarentaise and the Vanoise, this is where you find the big ski areas: Tignes, Val d'Isère, Les Arcs, La Plagne, Courchevel, Val Thorens, Miribel, Albertville, etc., etc. Considerable avalanche danger above 1900 meters for these expositions mainly. And in these expositions, it's easy to trigger avalanches. They warn it's easy to trigger avalanches. And the problems here is a still persistent weak layers deeper in the snowpack. And on top of that, wind slabs. So be careful, those old snow problems, those persistent weak layers, they are very difficult to judge, and you have to be very careful because they can cause large avalanches. In the southern part of France, situation is much more relaxed. For instance, here at the Tabor, which is the most northern part of the Southern Alps, we have a wind slab situations, but they still warn that it is possible to trigger them quite easy. So a level moderate, level 2 situation, but it's easy to trigger those slabs that are there, the wind slabs. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Have a nice holiday. Spend some nice days with the family. Take care to these coming days. Don't overdo it. Stay on piste maybe, or take a guide, or if you have the appropriate knowledge and experience, enjoy the snow. Be safe for this year, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for your attention.